left with no answers. Their loved ones, Native women, missing, many of them presumed murdered.
Christina Flores brought you their stories last night on 2 News at 10. Tonight, she has an exclusive interview with the head of the Paiute Tribe, who shares her own heartbreaking story tonight.
For Paiute Tribe chairperson Tamara Borchardt-Slayton, this is personal.
My aunt, her name is Chris Jake. She is a murdered woman. She could have been missing. She went out for the weekend with her friends. They went dancing.
22 years ago, Tamara's aunt was murdered on the border between Utah and Arizona.
She was on her way back to the Shivwits Reservation when this occurred.
A family gathering firewood found her aunt's body.
She was beaten to death. Her skull is completely caved in.
Now the case has gone cold, and Tamara sits on Utah's Murdered and Missing Indigenous Women and Girls Task Force.
Every single one of us have a story like this. There's no answers.
The biggest challenge now, collecting stories like Tamara's from other Native families during the pandemic.
If you're on the reservation, especially a very rural reservation, if you don't have proper networking system set up, so you don't have Wi-Fi, it's virtually impossible for you to try to provide testimony. And that's kind of the downfall, especially with the rural reservations.
That makes getting the word out to families difficult. The task force is relying on social media.
Trying to get communities to know that there's a platform for them to come and discuss the issues that they've had with law enforcement, or just to tell their stories, or to tell the stories of a loved one.
Christina Flores, 2 News.
Tribal leaders tell the 2 News investigative team sex trafficking is a contributing factor to the missing and murdered epidemic in Utah. They say communities along the I-15 corridor are especially at risk. You can find last night's story and more about the task force for missing and murdered women and girls on our website, KUTV.com.